This is a Headgum
fan supercut.
Previously on the Headgum Podcast. What was that? That's the only one we use going forward forever.
Why are you playing with your hair?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hair. It's so long. I hate it some days. What's that?
Yeah, you gotta cut it.
You have the same length hair.
No, mine's longer and it needs to be cut. So that's how I know yours needs to be cut as well.
I'm obviously on the clock. I'm on the spot too, because we have to put out a podcast every week, but that doesn't mean that my schedule isn't subject to change, right? I might need to be on the go. And
what's your setup right now?
Make a show. What's that?
Like, what are you plugged into right now? How are you on the web?
This computer.
I have my laptop on the center console here, and obviously connected to my Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone, which is costing me a pretty penny. So when all things are calculated even, it's gonna be breaking even. I'm not gonna make a fucking dime off of this.
It'd be funny if you flew off. We see you fly off. Water fills the screen.
Do a Helix ad quick before you go.
Let's play Dolly Parton or I Beg Your Pardon.
Where are you going?
I was just coming back from.
Why are you going?
What's that?
Why are you going?
I'm coming back from an eye appointment at the Benjamin Eye Institute, Lipoflow round 2, and basically it's for my meibomian gland dysfunction. So
yeah, we know.
You get those frozen sweet potato and you bake them in the oven. They still come out wet.
Yeah, like the bottoms get baked and like crispy because they're touching the metal, and then the top just sort of stays soft because it's like it goes from ice to water.
You gotta rotate those.
Yeah, and I try to, but then they're stuck on the bottom. So like I can't even rotate them.
You broiling that or
halfway through.
baking that? Is that a convection?
Baking that at like 425. Yeah.
we're actually gonna need to slate again.
What's that?
One.
You're getting
2,
pulled over.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I'm so sorry, guys.
I know what happened.
Of
course,
exactly
what happened. We know what happened.
I think I lost service or something.
Are you lost? You're driving erratically as if you're lost. Don't look at the computer. Fucking eyes on the road.
What was that like old YouTube? It was like Michael Cera, Reggie Watts like channel. It was very close to Jat. You know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard of that.
Never mind.
No, you're wrong.
It was like
to
a
bring
comedy
it up.
thing. Now I have to look for it.
You're not gonna find it. In fact, you're not gonna
I
find
think it was
chat
like
shit. There
Nice.
was what's that?
it was
Nice.
No, I'm getting antagonistic for a second. I don't think you should have said that, Marika. If we could just
Me?
kind of give notes in the middle of the show, because
No, we can't.
now we've gone into this spiral where suddenly I'm angry and it's affecting the product.
You don't have to be, first of all. Like there's no reason for you to get angry. Also, I found what I was talking about and it was Jash. So
Jash! Oh, I love Jash. Do you think that the members of Jash got a lot of gash?
Probably not. I don't know.
you made Amir cry.
Amir's crying for that?
I don't want to have to think about Sarah Silverman and that word.
All right. So does Jash stand for like, is that an acronym for their names? Jat,
No.
Ash, Sarah, obviously Silverman, and then Hansel?
Hansel, Gretel, Sarah Silverman, and Jonah Hill.
What about Hansen and Greta Titelman? So it'll be like what?
Interesting.
So it'll be like a music comedy tour, and it's like the Hansen reunion joint, and then Greta opens for them.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, sounds great.
Johnny, how's your love life?
I just want to say that I feel like every time I'm on this show, that's the one question you bring up. It's never
It really is.
how is your family? Nothing like that.
I don't
It's
care.
always, am I having sex?
Are you having sex?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
Bomb drop sound effect or no?
God.
So what do you want to talk about, Villa? Your fucking dad? How is he? How's Mr. Villa?
He's doing fine. He's doing very well. And I'm glad you asked, finally.
He's chilling like a villa.
There was a post on the Reddit that was like, it's always what's that and it's never how's that, or like never mind. absolutely fucked it. But similar. We have to keep that.
Well, now we do.
So I was at the park the other day, and a guy kept kicking a soccer ball, and it would like come over towards me, and I kicked it back perfectly every time, except for the last time I like hit a guy in the back. I was sitting down.
In the back.
But it was like, I mean, like I skimmed it because I perfectly threaded the needle between him and his friend, except it like brushed his shoulder, and then one of them laughed really
Wait,
hard.
a stranger was kicking a soccer ball at you? Like, hey, why
Like
don't you
they
play
were
with us
they
a
were
little
kicking
bit?
a soccer
Listen to
ball,
the
but
story, ass.
Jesus
If we're
Christ.
gonna do the show, listen to everyone when they say their shit, so that we're not asking clarifying questions when the audience already heard it and comprehended it. Right?
Your catchphrase is "What's that?" So don't make this argument.
Also, did she answer this question?
She did vaguely answer.
It was
She
a
did. She
stranger?
did. This it wasn't. It was clear from the story, but Geoff has derailed the show further than Marika quickly answering your, inoffensive question.
Yeah. We'll never know.
On to the next, I guess, right?
Welcome to another edition of Thunderdome!
It's kind of that kind of energy. You're entering the lion's den.
Do you have like a sound library? This is like a morning radio show.
Sorry, word of the week already. This is unbelievable. You just pocketed $1,000, David.
Thank
No
you.
way.
Yeah.
What was the word?
What'd you say?
What
What
was
was
it?
the word?
Do.
I can see you're getting uncomfortable, so we'll change the subject. What school do your kids go to?
That's even more invasive.
Yeah. Why?
That's very invasive.
Incredibly personal.
Yeah.
How would that even be beneficial to the listeners?
What's that?
Even if he answered, yeah, why is that good for people to listen to? He's just like, yeah, they go to fucking
Well, John-
Walter Reed or something.
John, that's middle school. Johnny, why would it be beneficial for them to know my exact home address?
Yeah, that one was bad too.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Some people
Completely
want to
glossed over
know.
that.
Some people want to know. Net worth?
No.
Dwight D. Eisenhower's salary as president of the United States. Annual.
$200,000.
Keep in mind,
Are we
this is
adjusting for inflation?
1953 to what's that?
Are we adjusting for inflation?
No.
I'm going to say $85,000. Okay, just tell us.
I'm going to stick to my guns. $70,000.
$100,000 a year.
Okay.
So basically a 20th of what Rainn Wilson made, which is
Hang on.
kind of crazy because what's just more important, playing Dwight Schrute or being the leader of the free world?
Do another one.
Let's take some callers. David Young.
Hello.
We've got David Young on the horn. You're on with Amir Blumenfeld, Marika Brownlee, and Billy Brick.
Oh, the podcast.
Yeah, it's the Headgum Podcast, man. You were on last week. Remember you said it was the best hour of your life?
I didn't say that, but okay. What's up?
What are you up to, man? We're taking some random callers. You happen to be the first number that I called.
You are calling to people?
What's that?
You are calling. That's not how it usually works. I was cleaning my house.
We can let you get back to it, but I feel like let's just give the people one nugget of David Young wisdom.
I don't. I mean, why?
This is
I genuinely.
not going the way I thought this call would go. We have to call someone else. This is unbelievable because you're embarrassing me on air.
But you said you're going to take callers.
All right,
But that's
I'll text you.
what? Why? You don't have to.
That was highly embarrassing for me.
In Houston, 153 employees refused to get vaccinated.
At one company or across the entire city?
At one hospital.
Jesus Christ.
The worst place, right?
Yeah, so those people have been resigned or fired. Kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Not really.
We talk about ethically speaking what that means. Can you quote unquote force employees to get vaccinated?
Yeah.
It raises an interesting question. Morally, I think you have an obligation to. legally, all this stuff is just such a new gray area. It's kind of fascinating to dive into. I was actually talking to a friend of mine who's a legal ethicist. It's kind of fascinating about
Said that already.
whether or not what's that?
You said it's kind of fascinating twice, and that's just bad. I guess if it was on paper writing, but that's also bad speaking.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of fascinating to see like how
Third
different
time's not the
companies,
charm.
especially those that are like, hospitals are designed to keep people safe. What obligation do they have to their patients, let alone other members of the staff? You
This
obviously
is your
can't
plug?
ask. Oh, plugs.
What did you think
I'm
I
on
said?
TikTok at OKBloomer.
Just laugh at your own username you've had for a year. I didn't prepare anything today. The guitar thing.
Why am I on
was-
this episode?
What's
then?
that?
What, like, I listen to other episodes where you have segments, you play games. I miss Jeopardy.
Jeopardy
And
was great.
Yeah, it was great. I mean,
Yeah,
the
you can't
questions
do
were
Jeopardy
bad,
every
but like,
Friday.
couldn't even do it once. But to be clear, this is fucked up because now I'm on and you planned nothing. This is one of the episodes where you yell at us to wax, right?
What did he say?
I wanted to get back to the roots of the show, which is a company happy hour where we talk about the inner workings of the
I
network.
don't know if that was entirely
I was
the
never
inner workings.
That was never the conceit of the show.
All right. Then let's just wax.
Yeah, there we go. There it is.
Another
How are you, Jeffrey?
Another name for this
seem
podcast is "Let's
stressed and
Just Wax"
frazzled.
with an exclamation point.
Let's talk about New York. You guys are all in New York.
Yeah.
What's that?
I just said yeah. I said I quickly agreed with you. I barely even registered for anybody else.
Billy's been staying with me this week, and like we were like kind of friends before this. Like we would just text each other bits, but now we've been like waxing about and life and at general, really. And now I feel way closer
That's
to the guy. Like, he's a little fucker, but I love him to death.
Yeah,
Sounds like a friendship.
it really
which
does.
is nice to have.
That's great. We're happy for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you and Billy the same age?
What'd you say?
Are you and Billy the same age?
No, he's 21.
And you're 23?
Correct.
Wow. You guys are going to really tear shit up this
Mike,
summer.
you're 27? 28?
27.
Nice. How do you feel?
The youngest I've ever felt in my life.
No, like not physically. I mean, like hanging out with Billy even. I was just talking to him about this last night. It's the first time I'm not the youngest in the room. And that can't help but make me feel some type of way. Do you feel old or do you still feel young?
I just answered that.
Brene Brown says that setting boundaries is the most loving thing you can do. And
Who?
What's that?
Who said that?
Brene Brown? Are you seriously not a brown head?
What? A brown.
That's what my childhood bully called me, actually.
That's super racist.
Yeah. Moved down to Scarsdale. Where the hell is Zach? Hey, cornfield.
Did some research. Someone read the blurb on our Wikipedia.
Let's talk about it. Where even is that?
Scarsdale?
What's that?
The suburb that I grew up in?
Is that Westchester or is that Dutchess?
Westchester, New York.
Hell yeah. Represent Westchester in the house.
You are going to destroy my ears.
Anything other than guess this person's race is gonna be a good game. I think so. It could be duck fucking
I'm down.
goose, and
I'm down to
game.
wait. I'm down to wait another 7 minutes.
Let's wait another
I'll do
7 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst choice. What you say?
My God.
I'm playing a game, not for another 8 minutes. We have 8 minutes to fill, right?
7.
What's that?
You just said 7.
Did you just want to tell people you had broad shoulders?
And a trim dick. Yeah, it's very thin.
Sanded down.
What have you bought recently, Geoff?
What's that?
Never mind, man.
First Headgum Podcast episode in person. We got Marika Brownlee on the sax, Jake Hurwitz on the fax. Because we work in business.
No copier.
Johnny, what's that?
I said no copier. Fax, no copier. It's a meme.
Ferris, cut this out. Let's start over. So happy 6-year anniversary, Headgum.
Thank you.
This is what it's all led up to.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm just happy for this company.
Yeah. Johnny, you've been here a year.
Yes.
It's felt like a decade.
I wouldn't say so. Time flies when you're having fun, and fun I'm having.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I want credit for anything that happens in Marika's love life going forward, whether it has to do with the podcast or not. But like, yeah, that'd be nice. A nod would be good.
From me?
What's that?
No.
Like you want Marika to say, she want her to acknowledge if she like meets somebody because of the podcast.
No. I'm saying that love is a momentum thing, right? So, right?
Yeah.
Love is a momentum.
Sometimes you just have to agree with the first thing because it's not even like relevant to the rest of the.
Right.
So you actually think of the word of the week? So you don't just award them
I've
at
never
random?
historically done it, but everything about this episode is new, including my mojo because it's back, baby.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Red brick has to do with the building.
In theory,
can be okay. Address,
no.
Street,
no.
Sidewalk,
no. You're kind of circling it.
Is it outside?
Yes.
Hydrant?
What's that?
Hydrant?
No.
Did you guys used to like? Well, I guess you didn't go to high school in Savannah.
No.
What's that?
I also went to 8th grade in Savannah.
And you went to high school in Massachusetts?
I went to high school in Connecticut.
In Connecticut?
I've been to.
Do you know me? I grew up in Connecticut.
Here we go. Marika controls the board.
Goes it out with sauce for 100.
Sauce for 100. Vampires would hate this aioli.
Garlic aioli.
What's that?
What is garlic aioli?
I don't even remember what the right one is. I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, of course it's
What
not.
is sunchoke aioli? Because they don't like sunlight. Little joke for you. I won't. You don't owe me anything for that because that was.
I don't owe you anything for anything.
Everybody needs to take a step back. All right, let's just kind of rein it in for a second because guess what? I have one bit prepared and it's going to take 15 minutes, but we can't get to it until 25 minutes in. Does that make sense?
It does.
Oh my God.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said it does. I have a question for you, Geoff.
Yep.
So you usually open with the sax and then you punish your guests with the Russian national anthem for, seemingly 2 minutes or so.
Yeah, I wanted to
Which
spare
one
you guys
is
that.
the theme song to the show? Is it the sax or is it the Russian national anthem? Because it seemed like the Russian national anthem was like a gag and an interrupting tool you once had. And it seems like it's slowly by osmosis becoming the theme song to the podcast. Is it?
Okay. Well, I don't understand what you're aiming at. I don't know what you're aiming at, but basically, if you're trying to get at some kind of issue that there's like a thread of twine holding this thing together, I'll assure you that it's we're anchored down. All right, we're bear down. Arizona
It was just
style.
a question.
It was more than a question. But my question is like, do you ever get a Scafuriism into the bish? Right. So like, if I was writing for the NFL Network, I would try to slip in a "What's that?" Into like a Sunday night.
I think you presume that everyone has a catchphrase. That's just you, dog. You're the one who has shirts with stuff you say. That's awesome, dude. Like, you say that. So it's a thing. But I don't.
You don't have any. I thought about like Harvard sail away.
You're saying, what? A pun on my sketch comedy team name?
No, I thought that the whole shtick of Harvard sailing team was like everybody like bombs away, Harvard style.
Oh, yeah. You've never seen or you know nothing about my sketch comedy group.
I think I told you this, but my ex-girlfriend was like a huge Harvard sailing team head.
Mm-hmm.
I won a lot of brownie. Sorry, let me fucking finish. I ran a lot of brownie points with her when I told her that I knew you. Now you can go.
I think I was just going to say thank you, but I take it back. I don't feel thankful. You are
now
rude
you can
sometimes.
go. The worst way to say what's up in a conversation is now you can go. Usually it's just like it's implied when someone stops talking.
Yeah.
You're forcing
Geoff
it.
is like 2 podcasts away from just saying stop talking to people.
Let's go 5 and 10.
All right, 5 and 10. 5. Neil Armstrong. All right, kind of middle of the pack. Kind of middle of the
Neil.
pack. That's all right to lose Neil Armstrong.
Really?
Number 10.
That's okay.
Over like Neil Young.
What's that?
I would say Neil Young is cooler than Armstrong. Yeah,
100%.
I don't know
I'm
who Neil
super
Young
biased,
was.
but
Blank is a medication used to treat certain parasitic roundworm infection in
Ivermectin.
horses. That's correct. That's absolutely correct, Amir. All right. Blank is a condensed matter theorist in the material science
Ivor Martin.
division. What's that? Would you say Ivor Martin?
Yeah.
That's
I can't play this
absolutely
game because
correct.
I can't remember the guy's fucking
This
name.
has been
That was
Ivermectin
it?
or Ivor
Really?
Martin.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we have to
Wow.
move on. We have a lot of more segments to get to.
We have to go now.
We have to go. It felt really intense and extremely disorienting and dark and heavy, and I hated it. Bars, dude. I'm kidding. I fucking loved that shit. I got like a fucking hookup. If you guys
What'd you
wanna
say,
come over
bars?
and- What's that? You can get zanned out at my place.
Yeah.
No, did you say bars? Like you
Yeah,
were kidding?
bars.
What does that mean?
We have 2 more minutes to fill. Let's fucking move on. Ferris, what's new in the life and times? Are you dating anybody? Let me rephrase that. When was the last time you were in another?
Moving
You
on.
obviously can't ask, and he obviously can't answer.
Welcome to the final round of the Trader Joe's Snack Dinner Steaks Doll Croissantlet Tournament Chip Ice Cream of Hangry Victors. We've got Contemplate's Inner Peas versus Grilled Chicken Breast in a Sealed Container. Everybody gets 2 votes on this round.
It's a 7-game series. This one.
What's that?
I said who cares, and Billy said it's a 7-game series.
So we have to actually then everybody gets 7 votes.
And actually,
Unless
Ferris, cut this entire segment out.
Yeah.
I've been going
Okay. Yep.
for like 25 minutes at this fucking tourney. This gauntlet.
All right, you can add with this.
This
one.
is, I think, the longest segment in the history of the show at this
It
point.
is.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stumped now.
And then Ferris will edit that in, and then we'll figure
Yeah.
it out. What's that?
I said, yeah.
She just agreed, okay?
I didn't hear.
I wonder if I can put that picture on the screen.
I would have to enable
I can
screen
just-
sharing, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I could just put it up, hold my phone
Yeah.
up to the camera.
Yeah, something
So you
simple.
don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
I'll turn your video off.
I'm
if you
obviously
try
not going
that.
to edit anything now. What's that?
I'll turn your fucking video off if you try that. This is my show, and I feel like you're not proceeding with reverence.
What are you talking about? I'm being very nice.
That's true. Sorry, I was out of the loop for a while. I was doing a little bit of
Yes,
editing.
I know you were
Yeah.
editing shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just nervous.
I know my
Wow.
chuggy items.
Yeah. All right. And the next item is Joven Sex Appeal for Men fragrance to wear.
Whoa, what is that fragrance, honey? Oh, I'm going Joven tonight. What's that? Joven? It's next to the hydrogen peroxide.
A European dance pop anthem comes on and you just kind of shimmy. That's the commercial
The
for
description
Joven.
on the package says sex appeal. Now you don't have to be born with it.
Last week, you guys told me to kind of take it easy, get more rest. And I have not done that. I'm so sleep deprived.
Why?
What's that?
Why? I owed some cash to certain people, and I'll leave it
Right.
at that. They came to collect.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable discussing it on the show,
You
but at
brought
the
it
same
up.
time, I do
tried
think
to
it's your
power through.
obligation as a host to sort of ask the questions the audience might have towards me. So at this point, you can either press on and inquire further, or try to shift the conversation back to the Bond thing.
All right.
Michael B. Jordan.
That'd be good.
What's that?
Yeah.
Bond has
Michael
to be
Michael B. Jordan.
Bond has to
Yeah.
be British though.
I had some
Oh.
extra gardening work done because there's a lot of dry leaves in the
Power
backyard
through.
and the
Just
city.
power through, Grayson. I really hope we get like that light speed rail or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's called infrastructure, Amir. That's called jobs
So what?
creation. What's that?
So what?
I don't know. It's all what centrist Democrats are always talking about. Infrastructure, jobs. Let's just all do nonsense and call it a life.
That's sort of what you're doing.
Yes, I'm a beacon of the prime example.
Beacon of
joy.
nonsense.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
What is it?
You just have to say, I'm gonna nair this kid.
I'm gonna nair this kid.
You are not the angel that everyone thinks you are.
Wait,
what's that?
I'm just trying to be withholding of personal information.
No, you want to fucking give this kid a bald arm.
Sure. I mean,
Sure?
it probably doesn't have arm hair. It's a kid.
All right.
There's a flaw in your game. It's pretty easy to like nair a child who have hair.
That's gonna go on the Twitter account, I'm sure.
Bonds of the week.
Fucking who cares? Wesley Snipes.
They have to be British.
I don't listen to the fucking show. Wesley Snipes' cousin, Leslie Snipes, who's from
Cardiff.
That's right.
Let's
Cardiff.
do Rafe Fiennes.
So M.
What's that?
The current M.
Yeah,
What?
he's in Bond.
I haven't seen James Bond in probably 10 years.
It's
clear.
been from
It's really
like 15
clear.
years old.
No, I
think.
thought it was Judi Dench.
I mean,
he might be
spoiler
right.
alert, she died,
Ferris
I think.
cut all of this out. These people came to hear gold, and you provided them mold.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think if 20 people are mad at you
Yes.
that we gave them the mold, or
Yes.
did you give them the mold?
100% you gave them mold.
Also, you think gold is me saying my Instagram handle for these people to follow me after the show?
It's a structure to work within. You say
A
something
structure?
about your
You didn't
Instagram-
have final fucking family roots.
Yeah, because
There's
you know
no
what?
structure.
I had a
There's no
curveball thrown at
structure.
me.
You
I
said
had
to
my
Danny
text
at one
for an hour
point,
and a
say
half.
anything.
I'm not gonna have it.
I
Can
don't
we
think
take
you
my
have
phone
two
off the
laptops.
things?
What's that?
I don't think you have two laptops. You said you messed up because you switched your laptop,
Then
and we all
maybe
sort
it's
of
the
glossed
same,
over
but either
it.
way, I didn't have the final round.
Yeah, I don't think you ever had it.
Right.
You are mold.
अब कब वापस आ रहे?
What?
What was that?
अब कब वापस आ रहे?
Silent?
What the fuck is that?
Of all the sounds and words in the
अब
world.
कब वापस आ रहे?
I've heard it. I have no idea what it is. I'm not going to figure it out. Nice.
Like, I think when we played Hammer Spam, one of the hams was spam, and I still gave it to Marika because it was sort of her birthday.
That's nice.
Blank's
Sort of?
logo. What's that?
Sort of her birthday, or was it actually her birthday?
I didn't say what's that at all during the show, I realized when I listened back to it.
Oh, interesting.
What's that? What's that?
You can call me daddy.
What was that?
That was my friend's song, Internet
You
Boyfriend.
can call me daddy?
It's
I just wanted to say that a lot of people talk shit about Geoff for like hosting this show in a stupid way. Thank you for what's that?
Your service.
Oh no, I was just sort of giving a voice to those voiceless. Because they don't necessarily
Wow.
have a lot of
They
Instagram
do.
or Twitter followers, and so I'm just yeah.
They might.
We
Some of them
see
do.
you, we hear you, and we will always fight for you.
How? You've done the opposite of fight for that.
Violet wand.
What is that?
It's a sex toy.
Oh.
Nice.
Because that, I think, makes the guests uncomfortable in a certain way, and then you basically have to answer the question. So we'll
Yeah, it's
get
physical pain.
fucking we'll get Seth Meyers on the show and
We
like
can't
ask
get
him.
him. No way.
What's that?
No way we
So
could
no,
get
you
Seth
won't.
Meyers.
Why'd you say it so
He
matter
will
of
give
factly?
you the time of day
He might give me the time of his out of his day.
to physically potentially maim him. Of course
Not
not.
maim. It's all playful. It's all the shock with Johnny Villa.
I love it now. It's great.
And then
You
he'll
should pitch
in the
that.
movie,
I could get on board with LeBron. Yeah.
LeBron James. In the movie, he'll have
LeBron
like a little
James.
Livestrong style bracelet, and it'll say "Just a kid from Pet Bottom."
Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like the emoji LeBron always uses.
Oh yeah, the praise hands.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're gonna get a lot more followers. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's just something. You're gonna go.
Yes.
You're gonna go,
Something
Johnny. You're gonna go VIIRAL. I think.
Oh,
Nice.
that's really
Yeah.
funny.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. And so what was that? Did you guys hear that?
I just felt like a shiver
Sorry.
down my spine.
What was that? I keep hearing it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Some demented voice. Cans. Just trying to.
Okay.
Not
I
demented.
think it's going. The fuck? I'm hearing it again.
Normal voice.
Yeah.
Thought he was
I don't
gone.
feel. I don't.
He's
feel,
muted. Okay.
Oh, okay. He's muted.
All right. Sweet.
Oof.
Another great episode. Well,
Yeah.
another probably quarter of a great episode. And
Yeah.
thank you to anybody that survived the first fucking 25 miles of that slog. Because the last mile was worth it. I feel like I have a runner's high from finishing.
Runner's
this
wise.
That's really good. All right. See you next week, everybody.
Goodbye,
All right.
everybody.
The Vals.
Bye.
Together, everybody.
Oh,
Fuck me. My weekend's
Nice.
done.
Are you guys familiar with the supply chain issue?
What supply chain
Somewhat.
issue?
So the Suez Canal being backed up as also
Okay.
just as a
Oh,
result, has pushed back a lot of timelines for manufacturing and business because we live in a global economy.
Yeah.
And what was that?
Yeah, I said, but it's oddly. But I do want to say that it's oddly serious for a comedy podcast. I'm thinking that we have a pretty huge talent roster at Headgum that could host this. I think we could have Finn Wolfhard be the figurehead since she already has such a big following.
Yeah.
We can start looking in places where people feel like they don't belong, like at Headgum Live or gaming conventions or Comic-Con or some shit like that.
What was that first one? Sorry.
I said, what was that? Gaming conventions?
No, you
Is that
said
what it was?
Headgum Live, the live shows.
Oh, did I? Did I say that?
Which you're actually factually incorrect because those are it's probably filled with people who connect on the same thing because they all came for that thing.
Oh,
so they all when they're there, they feel like they do belong.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what you're doing?
Yeah, I'll
I'm
be
gonna
here.
home.
Just at your apartment?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Like food wise, are you doing anything special or are you just gonna like sort of treat it like any other night?
I haven't thought about it. I might do something special.
Marika, you're welcome to come to Sugar and Falls.
I appreciate that. I won't, but thank you.
All right.
It's very kind of you.
Jeff, what do you? Is it like a ham dinner or how does that work?
It's gonna be ham musubi.
What's that?
So it's like spam musubi where you have spam over sushi rice, but it's gonna be with real ham, so that there's not as many preservatives.
On Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I guess so. Because that would be the 24th.
So you know what you're eating on the 24th. You just don't know if that's Christmas Eve.
You're on a different path entirely, and it's actually something I wanted to sit you down and talk about. Is that I fear for you.
In what
and
way?
The trajectory that you're on,
Hmm.
in terms of is it heading towards success, or at least my vision of success for you,
Mhm.
or is
Which
it,
is
what's that?
What's your vision of success for me?
Honestly, Broadway producer and star. What are you doing
Star?
to audition? Todd Diesel?
Forget it.
Forget
Yeah.
it. Amir, what did you do for New Year's Eve?
Also
let's
stayed
talk
at
about
home.
January 6th.
Didn't want to be around too many people. So we sort of hunkered in, stayed healthy, stayed happy, and watched a few episodes of the Hulu original, The Great.
Nice. Great show.
It is a great show. Avital's already watched it, and she liked it so much that she's watching it again with me. That's
It is the
that's
great
how
show.
high it is. What's that?
It is the great show.
I
Have you
still need
seen
to
it?
start season 2.
No, but it's called The Great.
Yeah.
What do you do all day, Geoff?
Me?
Yeah.
I sit down, I try to write. It doesn't happen. Then I do a podcast or two. I maybe edit it. And then I try to find different avenues of joy, whether it's sexual, whether it's chemical, whether it's digital. Remember that Jake and Amir?
Why did you text me, why does nobody friggin' like me at 11:18 a.m. Pacific? So what was going on at 2 in the afternoon?
Just feels like nobody
had you
ever
had lunch or
shows up.
something?
Jeffrey, do you have anything
what's
to
next
add?
variant-wise?
Yeah.
Anything else on the horizon? I feel like we got
What's
to
that?
be looking at Europe to see if they've found anything post-Omicron. They're sort of living in a world 6 to 8 weeks out. So
Yeah, let's
that
talk
kinda
about something
gives
else.
Pretty good idea about what's coming on the horizon.
Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else.
Oh yeah, here's a new variant.
Something more lighthearted.
It's got
We talk about COVID all the fucking time. January 6th, the anniversary's coming up.
Of what?
The insurrection. The riot.
That's more lighthearted. I wouldn't wear that. I wouldn't do that with your hair. Don't frown as you walk down the street. You're not, dressed appropriately for right
Sounds
now
like
or later.
the experience of a woman.
Oh, thank you.
gosh.
And that's what I wanted to talk about because it shouldn't be up to Marika to bring this shit up. Thank you. Yes.
You never bring
have
shit
to-
up.
What's
about
that?
equality, about equity.
What'd you say? I never bring shit up?
You never bring anything up. So don't scold me and Johnny for not bringing it up.
I'm just saying is all. I'm not scolding anyone. I'm just presenting it out there. I'm sort of speaking truth to power, not unlike the piece that was written about me for me in the NY Times, which is pretty important.
Yeah.
Journalism.
We should do
piece of
another
journalism.
applause.
Yeah.
This
For
is
that.
so
That was
fucked.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Are you going to do a at-home test right before you enter wherever this date is?
I wasn't considering it, but now I am.
I have a test if you need it.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck finding them. As
Yeah, how
we
did you get
know.
one, Geoff?
Roman
you get one?
health.
What's that?
Roman health.
They don't
Oh,
sponsor
you got
us.
the online one?
Yep.
Ordered
The
it from the
online
internet?
test.
Why are you so bad?
Bad?
No, I said mad, but it did sound like I said bad again.
Why are
All
you
right.
so bad?
Well, I mean, the good news for you, and I think that we can, people are hearing it here first. Who often gives their recommendations for COVID? The CDC. Now the Headgum Podcast is doing it. We can officially announce that COVID-19 is endemic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can
god, that's huge.
This is amazing.
I don't.
That means it's ending. It's over.
So what it means is that we're gonna live with it, right? So the flu is the same flu as the Spanish flu. It just evolves, and we live with it.
Yeah.
People die of it. Six figures. The numbers in the six figures of people who die from the flu every year. That'll probably continue with COVID, but we're gonna live with it. We're not gonna live in fear of it, and I'm so happy that we get to be the ones to break the news.
We shouldn't be right.
Yeah. What's that?
We shouldn't be right. Breaking
We shouldn't
the
be
news.
happy that it's endemic.
We shouldn't be breaking the news, or we shouldn't even be claiming to break any news ever. Right?
Okay.
So far, this has actually all gone to Jeff's plan.
And to my head, I didn't eat a lot today. I had a chicken salad sando from Frankles.
That's huge, though. They do big sandwiches, don't they?
That's true.
Why were you?
What?
Are you living over there now?
What's that?
And are you living in Greenpoint now?
I would rather not say it on live.
You dox everyone.
You make me a bad guest, which I've never said about any host before. You're more bad than I can possibly add to the show. You come in here with a negative attitude, and it just sort of you spend an hour poisoning us, and then you leave feeling
and I
better.
feel
I
like
guess.
I do so much work to like actually make sense of what you say on an any day basis,
You feel
and then
drained
it
at
makes
the
me
end.
feel crazy and
She really
boring
does.
somehow.
Marika
You're
does give you
poisoned.
the benefit of doubt constantly, which I can't. I have to imagine is exhausting.
It's hard.
Really, when it adds up.
I leave
It adds up.
with fatigue.
Hmm.
You tire me because you are a tire.
TYRE.
The Truck BA Finals.
What's that?
It's an all trucker basketball championship.
Let's go. I just saw a trailer for a new Adam Sandler movie about basketball starring none other than Juancho Hernan Gomez.
Who?
Role player for the Denver Nuggets. I guess he's a really good actor because they hired him to star in this Adam Sandler movie about basketball.
Wow.
Do you think when he got the call that he was cast, they played this?
Yes.
No. So I think he would be a good Bond just because he's tall, he's tatted up, super athletic.
What
It'd be
did
cool
you
to
say
see.
his position was?
I think he's a small forward.
Oh, I thought you said role player.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
he's a
was-
role. That's like he's not like a star, but like he's like the 7th through 10th man on a pretty good basketball team. So it's like
gotcha.
yeah, he's a role player on. I think he's still in the Nuggets. Juancho Hernan Gomez.
Thought you were talking about like
LARPing?
RPGs. Yeah.
No, God, no. But he has a brother named Willie Hernan Gomez, also in the NBA. So what is that, Geoff?
Nice.
Wow.
Didn't you post that on Twitter?
Yeah, he's been sort of milking that one. If they offered you Bond, Marika, would you take it, or would you be like, "This is embarrassing"? and
I
don't
feel
wanna,
like I'd
do it?
have to, right?
You have
You'd
to.
have to say
I'd
yes.
have to, and then I'd have to do a lot of like just full training of every possible thing from like
Well, that's the thing. They would do no
stunts
training.
to acting.
But they'll
It would
pay,
start
they'll pay for
tomorrow.
that for sure. Not only just
Yeah.
physical training of like, let's work with a physical trainer for like a year, but also they could, you know, teach you fucking Strasbourg. Let's go with Strasbourg.
All right.
What's that?
It's an acting technique, and I'm not
Yeah.
surprised you didn't know that because all you've done is lonely and horny.
Oh,
3 failed
God.
pilots for a reason.
You were so ready.
Know when to change gears.
Richard or
Careers.
otherwise. Right before I'm fearing change, what were the lines? Because you sort of rhymed the same word with itself over and over, but I forget exactly what it was.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 versions. The first one was sorry, I'm like, if my voice is shaking for the audio listeners, I'm just like on the verge of tears. I hate new dawns.
I dare you to make
Yeah.
yourself cry right now.
I dare you to cry.
I will say my eye health prohibits it. I hate new dawns.
Yeah.
I hate new days.
Mm-hmm.
I hate my life for me.
What is that?
You hate your life for
for
you.
you.
Is that like, I love that for you?
Yeah,
Serious?
but hate it for you.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's better than what my intention was, which was just that I couldn't figure it out.
Mhm.
Okay. And then keep going.
And I'm fearing change.
Right.
I'm fearing change.
Yeah.
Skips
do the
forward a
run.
little bit. Yeah. And then what?
I hate new homes. I hate new clothes. I hate new hair
That wasn't.
for me.
Hey, keep going.
And I'm.
Oh, you want the stanzas, like the verses? It's okay. I'll
Try
just read
not
all
singing
Yeah.
it, by the way.
The
Yeah,
second
just read
verse.
it. Yeah.
Just read it. Don't put
Just
pitch
read it.
behind it. Because singing is
Exactly.
just saying things with pitch.
I know. And it makes it
Yeah,
bad.
bitch. Birds flying north. I don't like that. Rearranging.
Yeah, what is that? Why did you write that? What don't you like about birds flying north?
That's change.
Okay.
But you're okay with birds flying south, just to clarify.
I didn't
Just
even
also
know that
change.
was an option.
Yeah.
You think they just go north over and over?
Always up.
Around the
Circumventing the
globe.
globe vertically.
How did the audition go?
It went really well. This might be bison meat now that I'm tasting it.
Who made that?
Peter Luger.
You went to
No
a
way.
steakhouse yesterday
Went to Peter Luger.
and got a doggy bag?
My like entertainment industry mentor took me there last night.
Sorry. Start from the way top.
Yeah.
Why did anybody take you under their wing and give you a bison? Entertainment mentor?
His name's Ivan.
Don't act so flippant / glib / casual. What's that? Potatoes?
Frites?
Bingo.
So you went there with him.
Daniel?
So loud.
Yeah.
Happy weekend. I don't know what else to say. I'm having a great time.
How was Peter Luger's? It's kind of a famous
Seems off topic.
steakhouse.
Yeah, it's really fancy.
Is it good?
Famously bad.
Yeah, is it like overrated or is it like...
It was unbelievable.
Yeah?
I've never had steak.
In a good way, or?
You've never had steak like that, or you never had steak, period?
Second one. So it was good.
Did you like the... Okay.
What's that? Did I lick the plate? No, the plate is sizzling. Was that George?
Yeah, I believe it was.
So he interrupted the stream with a song. I'm starting to now think he might be in the studio. Marty said that that used to be his spot to take like first dates to.
A cheese
The
restaurant?
basement of a cheese store. Reeks of Havarti. Havarti Michael.
When he's feeling extra cheesy, that's his nickname. Havarti Michael. So you're down there. What are you guys getting? Like a fondue, a charcuterie? What's the cheese vibe?
We ended up doing the Mongers 5, I think.
What's that?
Johnny?
It's just a plate of 5 different cheeses that they pick out. Like, it's not really that crazy.
Right.
I don't know why Geoff threw it to me to explain it.
And they choose all the cheeses, or do they ask you what you like?
No, they choose
like
all
a
of
goat
it.
or a cow, or okay.
And I'm glad you asked because you would have thought that we added some say.
Instead, we're left with this fucking triple. Sorry.
You deserve that, man.
Your apartment is now hitting you.
Yeah.
You get how you're annoying so much that objects are starting to revolt. You're bleeding a little bit.
Well, yesterday we were playing like farm bingo. Like we have these boards with like farm animals on them, and you can do like bingo with it. And he was like just playing bingo by himself, like picking up things and putting them on the matching. And I'm like, "How did you learn this?" And he like couldn't explain it, so I don't actually know how he got that information. But he had somehow figured that someone had taught him that clearly. But
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
He naturally figured it out.
Yeah, he's fun.
Does he know
can count a
JavaScript?
little
or-
bit.
Given any
He knows.
What was that?
Sorry, you go.
Who?
Whoever talked over me.
I was just asking if he knew JavaScript, but
No, but I am working on that. I'm trying
Okay.
to figure out like how I can teach him engineering concepts. We have like an engineering, like a series of books about like physics for babies, and it's very silly.
Interesting.
There's like statistical analysis for babies. It's like one of the books, and it's about entropy. It doesn't matter. This is not that interesting.
Well, it's probably more interesting than the whole 10-minute spiel that we had about Peter Luger, which is a restaurant localized within New York City and is hard to afford, by the way, for most of the general public.
Because last night I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny, but I think that the conversation flowed as free as wine.
It didn't. You were texting us in the middle of the conversation, actually.
Yeah,
asking.
we should read those actually.
Well, I
Yeah.
actually would be remiss if we read the actual texts, and he's pulling them up.
Yeah,
I'm pulling them up because
as well.
it was
So Geoff
very
texted me and then motioned at the table to check my texts very clearly.
It was not that obvious. It's
and
insane that
No,
the
it
other
was.
people
said,
picked up.
Why
Stop the
is it that
conversation.
only when I speak do people look puzzled / angered? He spelled angered wrong and then corrected it.
So, well, it's because I had a
didn't
couple of
respond.
glasses of wine. Vin,
That's true.
really, vraiment.
Wow.
Not
Why?
a couple. You kind of just finished one, and you were just starting your second glass, and it wasn't like a full glass either. It was kind of just like you were testing out the wine.
Croissant?
Ah, so loud.
I think that means what's that?
Wait, what did you say?
Quasso, which is just actually it's what that. So it would have to be. Actually, I think it'd just be qu'est-ce que c'est.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? That's how are you doing? I think.
I just know it's
Qu'est-ce que
a
c'est is
Talking
what is
Heads
that?
song.
I believe.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, in the middle of, I was actually nearing the end of our time at the restaurant, and we were having a good time. It seemed like, and then you texted me at 9:26. Is my vibe really good? It's just a weird thing to text somebody in general.
You didn't even respond.
Yeah, I
Well,
didn't.
yeah.
I felt uncomfortable pulling out my phone in the middle of. We were having a good time. Remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Something I've been wanting to get into recently is mysteries,
Because
Okay.
one of my favorite literary characters is Sherlock.
Mm.
And I feel like I sort of have that eye
Fix
for
your screen.
what's that?
I can see GarageBand.
Yeah, we see GarageBand, man. You can share specific windows.
All right, then I will. What about Gramercy to Kayla? So it'd be like how long it takes to get from Gramercy Park to Kayla's apartment. And what's that address?
It is not going to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, good,
Smart,
good.
smart.
Only people that invite me to their goodbye dinner parties get my address.
Okay.
Oh.
Then we'll run it back tonight at a different brasserie. Let's go Citron at 7:30.
Done.
But before that, what about Y2R?
Y2R?
Yeah.
You're to rank.
Is that just the? Yeah, that's just you're just saying that's an acronym. You're not saying that to me.
I mean,
All right, let's swing it over to Micah. Micah, you're on your first blind date, or should we say finds date, with someone you don't even know. You can't see who they are. You're gonna get to know them. What's your first question?
Is it Ray Fiennes?
What's that?
Is it Ray Fiennes? Like,
That's
is that
your
who
question.
the date's with?
Yeah.
Who is
well,
it?
You know, you're not allowed to see them. You can infer maybe based on the voice.
You said it was Ray Fiennes.
I said love is Fiennes, meaning you're not gonna be able to see who you're talking to, and it is Ray Fiennes.
Okay.
Here we go. Eat lamb, not meat.
Oh, I'm liking this one. I have a cookbook that has a lamb hummus that I want to make.
Yeah.
And so
Ooh.
like this is really fitting in with my life personally.
Awesome.
Can I?
And then you can make it out of lamb's wool. What's that?
Well, that's good. My pitch would be eat veal, not meat, because veal is probably the worst kind of meat you can have. It's literally cows that are killed as adolescents.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
So nobody would actually think that.
Right.
But that one's good too. Eat lamb, not meat. God, that's good stuff.
This just in, Jared Leto, 50, responds to buzz about his youthful appearance. It doesn't matter. I can just end on this, just kind of wax about it if you guys had any thoughts.
It does seem like he's not responding.
That's what I said. I was like, this isn't an article. You didn't get a response. He said words to you in an email.
It doesn't matter. What a scoop!
This is People magazine. That means like a group of like 5 editors was like, send it out.
Right.
My impression of this was like the writer just like had a deadline at midnight and was just like, shit, send.
Yeah, it's like Jared Leto 50 responds to his youthful appearance. What? Question mark? That's fine.
What'd you
whatever.
say?
Yeah, what'd you say?
What's that?
We got it.
We just need a headline. Thanks, Jared. You walking out of a Papa John's or something?
A pop-up John's.
That's a pizzeria that's only around for 2 weeks. Because what if we just didn't have any small talk?
Okay.
Seems like you really want to include that element in this game when explaining it.
All right, Amir, at the grocery store.
Sure.
I'm looking at some Bonza mac and cheese. You come up to me.
What's your favorite one?
What's that?
What's your favorite mac and cheese? There's so many options.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say I like this organic version, even though it's like supposed to be healthy.
Well, you weren't going to say it because you just did.
Right. Sorry,
Right.
pal. Can you at least move out of your way? Your ass is so big and your ankles are so small. I can't even see the boxes.
I'm trying to decide on white cheddar versus yellow cheddar.
Get them both. They're
What?
49 cents each.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Really?
I'm glad we had this.
All right, I'm heading out.
Let's.
Nice meeting you.
No, we should keep this going. Do you want to do?
Sorry, I'm on the phone.
You want to do drunch?
I'm on the phone.
We could do.
Yeah,
beatnik.
there's this fucking weird ass guy trying to talk to me next to the powdered.
We don't have
Is
to do
his-
it now. We could do a drinner.
Is his lower half like dreidel shaped?
Yeah,
like
he's
wide
like a
at
bowling
the
pin
wide
a
at the
little
waist
bit.
and then just
Yes,
narrows down towards the
yes.
foot.
He's a
spot.
Russian nesting doll.
I saw that
man.
same guy at the
They have
DMV.
I know,
mac and
yeah.
cheese.
He's everywhere.
He has this energy that
Fake
invites
bacon.
you
It's
into
actually
conversation, but as soon as you do, it's
Did I mention it's
instant
called
regret.
beatnik?
Yes.
Instant
And
regret.
at
Sort of the
DMV,
new
If you
he
push him,
smelled
he'll
like
tip
the
over.
sort of the
That's the good
nuance.
news. I find that if
Sort
you
of
just
the
lightly
nuance.
tip him,
Right,
he will
but then
fall over.
then he falls back up, like
We could do
almost
a
like one of
picnic.
those.
That's
kids'
right.
We could get
toys, yeah.
beatnik and do a picnic
Because
outside.
he's not
just say-
top or bottom
We
heavy.
could do
Maybe
a
just skip the
beatnik
mac and
as
cheese.
a picnic
He's
outside
medium
bomb.
I would
heavy.
just say
Park
skip
in
the
the
mac and
fucking
cheese.
Okay.
parking lot.
He won't
Yeah.
stop talking.
I'm going to call in
so-
a bomb threat.
I'm at the bar. I'm getting a Tecate. You come up to me. Here we go.
Did you order already?
I would love to spread your legs.
What? Did you say?
Sorry. I
Sorry,
meant
is
to
this
say,
guy
yeah, I already.
harassing you? He keeps walking up to people saying that he'd love to spread their legs.
No,
Do you say that to women?
that's what I'm
I'm going
thinking.
to tell
Do you say
this-
that to women
I'm
at
gonna
bar?
tell the
At this
security.
bar?
No,
Have you
I've said
said
to
that?
you.
Am I the first person you've said
You're
that
the
to
second
today?
person I've said it to.
Was the
today.
first person you said that to a woman, and was she uncomfortable?
No, it was the bouncer.
Are
on the
you
way
here
in.
to make people feel uncomfortable? Because I can make you feel uncomfortable.
No, I'm here to spread
So
joy.
cut
and
the
legs.
shit with sentences like that, because it is inappropriate in 2022. We're all coming out of a pandemic, and we want some normalcy and fun, and we don't need your bullshit with lines like that making us feel uncomfortable to see a concert again. So I get it. Maybe there's a hidden camera and you think there's some cute bullshit and you're trying to get some clicks, but cut the shit with the spreading the legs bullshit. And if you say that to my wife, and if you say that to any of her friends, you will have a serious fucking problem on your hands. All right, guy? Take your beer and get the fuck out of here.
I can't take it to go.
What's that?
I can't take the beer to go.
Get it away from me and my friends.
Yeah. All right. I trip.
You said you recently talked like that to a bartender.
Oh my God, yeah.
You
I
actually did that.
I did. It was much shorter than that, but this guy was a fucking asshole.
A house filled with this furniture is no home for me.
I know what you mean. I'm going to say it's $100. And
For
I
the
know what you
set,
mean.
That's $3,000.
Yeah.
I said 500 each.
I'm realizing that people listen to this as a podcast as well. So
Yeah.
they're not like seeing any of these beds or dice or frames.
Well, we've been sort of corporately forced to make it a video podcast. So
Interesting.
just watch it on YouTube, fuckers.
But is this the best approach?
What's that?
Is this the best approach to making a video experience? Like, what you have two seasoned performers here. You know, you could probably just have us like be and exist together, as opposed to, you know, knowing that some
the price
setup-
of dice.
Yeah.
The price is dice. Did. How much is the price of these Christ dice?
$3,000 for the set.
Really? I'll take one for the price of a MacBook Pro, please.
I am peeking over at Geoff's computer right now, and he has a buffering side.
Oh.
Kind of worked out timing wise.
In terms of dairy, how thick can it get?
Scientifically? Hard cheese.
Really?
That's the hardest dairy gets.
Okay. And how hard do you get?
What's up?
I'm asking you the Briars Miggs questions.
How hard do I get?
Yeah.
In regards to what, Geoff?
I don't know. Hard to be around, fully erect,
In general?
angry.
Right now, a lot.
Right.
And
so that's a
how many
stacked lineup
tickets
if
have
you
you
know
sold
comedy.
so far?
We haven't checked.
I see. So not too many.
Probably 20. I'd have to guess
20-ish?
20-ish because
Yeah.
we announced it 2 days ago.
And the goal is to
10
just,
per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goal is to sell it out and then keep it going. What's in it for you guys if other people are doing stand-up?
Attention.
Cash and attention.
Oh, you guys get a cut at the door and some
No.
of the applause at the top and bottom of the show.
Tip your
Yeah,
performers.
people are like, wait, that was fun. Good job.
Tip your You do it for tips?
What's that?
You're not getting paid. You're asking people for money when they get there.
I'd be nice.
Yes.
It'd be fair if it's funny.
It's like we're giving you a service, you know?
Yeah.
You pay because people pay for the show, but then you also want them
Right,
to
but
pay.
you pay for a meal and then you tip your waiter.
Yeah.
I see.
And you pay for a show.
They're
and you
paying
tip
for
me.
the show, and then they're
We're serving hot comedy, so it's sort of like, oh, you tip your servers.
Yeah.
And then Shelby, why did you decide to go the Geoff is my co-host route? Because it feels like these are your friends. You could have easily done this show sans anchor.
Yeah. It's something that certainly. What's up, Geoff?
Sans. Yeah, I can't quite read what he's saying.
We see sans. There's more to it that we can't see.
It's not relevant. It's just he said sans.
Yeah. So, yeah. Was it Jeff's
Why
idea?
Geoff? Why Geoff? Geoff has a certain people. So part of having people to get people to come to your show, other than other shows, there does have to be a little bit of pity.
I see.
And
sort
Geoff
of like,
sort
yeah.
of really brings that.
There's
So people
this
are-
idea that people seem to kind of unanimously agree with, at least on the east side of Los Angeles, that I'm hanging on by a thread. So to not come to the
and
show,
people don't
want
to be the one to break that thread. So
Yeah.
it's sort of like, for me, I could get the guests, but I can't get the sympathy attendees. And I
Yeah.
think Geoff
Can
brings
fill out
that
those
side of the
last
audience
15
in.
seats, yeah.
And those people are sort of the biggest laughers because they're trying to make sure he doesn't break down.
Yeah, correct. So
Best audience members are the ones that are there to help Geoff get through the day.
yeah, and it is a low bar for me. But if I don't hit it, it's
tough.
In my room for a month. I'm in my room for a month.
Yeah.
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 You can follow me on Instagram at Jeffrey James, on Twitter at Jeff Boyardee. Trying to get to 10,000 before the 100th episode. So tell your friends, tell your fiends, tell your foes, tell your family. This sucks.
What's up?
This sucks. Plug your not. Did you guys
we
plug
did
anything?
this for you.
We already plugged.
No, thank you. Really, I actually appreciate it.
No, thank you. You said this song. That was your gut knee first reaction.
I also wasn't gonna dress. Also, you guys could have fucking dressed up. I'm
I
sorry,
am a
but
little
like,
bit.
what's that?
I am a little bit dressed up.
Sunglasses?
No, the button-up shirt. Sunglasses I don't need. It was just.
Are we
sort of
done
like
with the sunglasses bit?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. They might come back.
I put a lot of sweat equity into this show, and I think that by virtue of how I'm dressed, it shows. And you guys are looking a little schlubby, especially Marika.
We started recording at noon. You texted me at 11:43, said Jake can't make it. Can you be his backup? And here I am.
All right, I'll give Billy a pass. But you know what? What's your excuse, ass?
I'm dressed a little nicer. Like I usually wear shorts and a tee. This is like a button up.
And you could have worn a tux for me.
This day it has too much weight on it emotionally for me because therapist-less, doctorless.
Wait, the doctor who
smartless.
said you had
What's
a fat
that?
ass and toothpick legs?
Well, yeah,
dumped you
how about
too?
you used to go back to somebody who like has his degree on the wall? Oh, you went to Tufts. Nice.
So you dropped them.
Yeah, that one I did fire my.
So you have to take some accountability for that one.
Well, I'm just saying now I have to find somebody else. I'm taking accountability for sure in my actions, but emotionally I'm wrecked.
So if this show doesn't bring me back from the dead, emotionally speaking,
then it was all for naught.
Noted.
Not just this record. The entire fucking thing. This escapade, this fucking oral poison, joison sometimes, but usually poison. I mean, what was it all for? Unless I'm happy.
Are you happy?
What's that?
Are you happy?
Currently, it could go either way. All right, it's a teeter-totter where both people are the exact same amount of weight.
All right.
Are you a Libra?
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
Are you a Libra? You're a Sag. Okay, nice.
Are you
I'm a
Sag
Libra.
after?
What's that?
I just said I'm a Libra.
So you kind of get this balancing act. Like, I'm getting no empathy from Marika. I'm getting sympathy maybe from you, but it's bordering on pity.
Just
Always.
start the fucking show.
100
weird episode.
Yeah.
Right?
I was gonna ask what's a tux is a different lapel, right? Plus
No,
a
I think it's that
cummerbund.
it's lined with silk.
Yeah. Or
really?
Usually the pants have like a interesting stripe or like a whatever that
tuxedo
felt.
stripe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you don't comment on your coworkers' outfits?
Yeah, I'm not.
You literally opened the podcast by saying that he could dress up much nicer.
This is a disaster, Casey. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a train wreck. It didn't even start on the rails.
So you didn't go with You Must Not Know Jeffrey.
Oh, that's really good. He also
That would have been better.
I recently moved to New York, and when I was moving from Ohio to New York, he helped me move into my apartment, and I was like alone for a week or two, and he like stayed with me.
This has
and,
nothing to do with the show
really just an empty
anymore.
apartment.
Fine.
This has nothing to do with it.
dog.
I have issues
Stop
with
that
when you cut that off.
It was still really early. I saw the timeline move. We were at
That was
Was it-
halfway.
40% mark.
Ellen
yeah.
has
That was
spoken more than
halfway.
any of the guests on this podcast.
Ellen.
This is turning into a fucking public stoning of me.
Yeah.
Right? What is
Yeah.
this? Diet Smoke, where are you?
What's that?
Diet Smoke. It's basically Delta 8 THC gummies. So it's like that
It's a fucking
perfect
sponsored
medium high
segment.
between
Yeah, let's save it
THC
for
and
the ad
CBD.
break. Next.
Do you remember the first episode, Marika? Was it like this or was it totally different? I feel like
It was way more normal. It was like all of us just chatting. It was like a
Yeah.
cocktail hour back then.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Who was on it?
Chat.
What's
I mean,
that?
let's take a break. I can't
We actually
handle another
can't
one.
chat because you've been playing voicemails for the last, what feels like
Haven't chatted
hour
in
and a
40
half.
minutes, Jake.
Let's chat.
Haven't
then.
chatted in
Let's
40
wax.
minutes.
That's what Billy was
We'll
afraid
take a
of.
break. We have I think 5 more to get to, but we'll take a break.
Okay.
5 more.
5 more. It's Am I that bad?
So we've heard 2 people.
Do I deserve this?
6 fucking years I've been working in some capacity with this company.
Let's play the
And
next clip.
No, 1 second.
All I've been met with is fucking swimming
Wet with?
upstream.
Yeah,
right?
always been
Met
wet
wet with. Met wet with.
So I stuttered because I'm angry.
Wait a minute.
Let me tell you something about Narragansett, by the way.
He was working on this monologue all night last night, pacing in the mirror.
Tweeted once,
Yeah.
and they gave me a Brandon beership. And guess
We
what
don't
else they
even give
gave
you
me?
cash.
60 beers.
2 hoodies.
3 t-shirts. And constant social media interaction.
My man.
Marika, when was the last
Why
time
are you
tweeted at me from that
explaining
account?
this?
What's that?
Why are you explaining this?
60 beers.
What?